I've wanted to do infectious diseases and microbiology ever since I've wanted to be a doctor, actually. You are dealing with a foreign attacker that is attacking the body, and we have the ability in most cases to completely eradicate that foreign attacker and achieve a complete cure for the patient.
My name's Amy Belfield.
My name is Ashley McMaster,
And I'm an ST4 in infectious diseases and microbiology.
and we're currently at the Royal Victoria Infirmary in Newcastle.
So we're outside the Peacock Hall at the Royal Victoria Infirmary, and this is where a beautiful old library is and where the microbiology officers are.
So as a microbiologist, I'm responsible for receiving positive results from the lab and disseminating those to the relevant clinicians and giving advice about antibiotic choice and duration so that patients receive the optimum treatment for their infections.
The breadth of knowledge that we need, the breadth of patients that we get to work with, and the nature of our work being so broad, from the lab to the patient to the clinic to the ward, I think is just really exciting.
The consultants that I've worked with here around the Northeast have been really encouraging and really supportive and very keen to teach. Which has made it all a lot easier. We have the tertiary referral centres here in Newcastle and also in Middlesbrough and James Cook. You also have, your district general hospitals elsewhere in the region, so you've got a good mix of, very complex patients with kind of more general things, so you get a really good mix of training. You've got a dedicated virology department which covers the whole region, so you have the opportunity of learning from specialists. You get to work under kind of microbiology and infectious diseases, and we have our high consequences infectious diseases unit with an excellent team of consultants who are all incredibly knowledgeable. So we are currently in the Traxler room, which is on Ward 19, the infectious diseases unit at the Royal Victoria Infirmary in Newcastle. This is our high consequence infectious diseases tent where we would put patients who have suspected Ebola or other highly infectious diseases, and this is one of the things that makes Newcastle unique amongst places to train for infectious diseases, because we are one of only 5 high consequence infectious diseases units in England. So it's pretty cool that we have this on our doorstep.
Living in a nice environment obviously makes the stresses of work manageable because you have space to sort of decompress. For me, being out in nature is kind of how I do that, and spending time with friends, and I've made lots of friends up here, and there's also beautiful outdoor spaces that I can spend time in to unwind. So yeah, being here really helps. I think it feels like a home from home now. I think that's the only other thing that I would say.
I've been here now for 5 years, which is longer than I've ever lived or worked anywhere since I left medical school, and I don't see myself leaving ever, really. If I'm fortunate enough to get a consultant post up here, I'm not going anywhere. I would say it is world-class training in some of the best hospitals I've worked at in the most beautiful and friendly part of the country.